So the passion that we bring to this work is that we can help organizations create cultures in which people enjoy being a part of that work environment, right? It's a long-term thing. It's the one moment where time is on your side as a business because the longer you do it, the better you get at it. So our engagements typically begin with a baseline assessment. You want to know where we're starting from. How healthy is your organization? How healthy are the relationships currently, right? Where are you good and where are the opportunities for improvement? We take that assessment and then identify very targeted strategic remediations, right? Your team is already really good at feedback, but they're not good at understanding other people's points of view. Or they're really good at accountability, but they're really bad at collusion. So we identify specifically what are the things that are contributing to suboptimal relationships, and then we execute targeted interactions to address and remediate those conditions. Then we have a conversation about how to embed those things into the culture, right? How do you reinforce it? How do you reward it? How do you live those values, live those skills throughout the organization? Then we come back a couple of months later and run the assessment again, because what you should be finding is that over time the culture is becoming more robust, more mature. It's like imagine, for example, that your organization had a problem with collusion, right? And we identified that um, through the focus groups, through individual interviews, and through the survey. So we know that collusion was an issue. So we run some workshops and do some training and talk about how to introduce into the culture the skill of fighting collusion. Like, what do you say when it's happening? How do you recognize when it's happening? How do you stop people from doing it without damaging the relationship, etc.? So now people have the tools to stop colluding, and they told us that collusion was a problem. So you run the assessment 3 months, 4 months, 6 months later, and say, are we getting any better? Right? Is the collusive component of our culture being addressed? And if it is, you say, yay, and move on to what other elements of the culture require attention. And if it's not, you course correct. You say, okay, clearly what we're doing to make this part of the culture is not working. Um, what further do we need to do to help the people in the organization get better at this particularly critical relationship management skill? So the end-to-end engagement really ends with a client feeling as if their culture has been made more robust, because now embedded into the culture is the skill of relationship intelligence, of relationship management. And people who join the organization kind of pick it up by osmosis, right? Because that's how cultures work. It's the unwritten rules, the written and unwritten rules of how we do things around here. So as the leadership takes greater specific control of this is how we do things around here as it relates to relationship management, over time we should see the organization getting better at it, and new people who join the organization getting up to speed on those relationship skills faster. Believe me, as word gets out that this is an organization that takes relationships seriously, that you train for it, you have support infrastructure for it, like this organization really cares about its people enough to make sure that they have the tools to keep their relationships healthy. As word gets out about that, you will win the war for talent, because equally talented people are going to choose the environment where relationships matter.